Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's like a little clown dummy.
I like it.
Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls.
Hey everyone, this is Grave Cinema here, bringing you another reaction review video. Yay! Alright, so this is a video that was picked by our Patreon subscriber, Chaos.
I'm about to say, we've already had Full Moon and Deep Thoughts. So this can be the only one
So
answer.
this is our currently third one that we have.
Yes.
So this is a movie that I've heard of but I haven't seen before, and most likely you haven't seen it either.
I don't even know what it is yet.
I know. So, let me pull this out. Excuse me while I whip this out. The movie we shall be watching and then reviewing will be...
Nope, I've never seen it. I have a
Dead
feeling I'm gonna hate it.
Silence. It is a James Wan film. He was the director of Saw
It says so on the front.
and Malignant. So those are two movies we've seen and reviewed
From the
on
writers
this channel.
and director of Saw.
Yes, yes, yes. You scream, you die. And it looks like a Slappy or some shit on the cover there, so maybe this is like a doll or something in this. I don't know, because I've never seen it before. Haven't looked at a trailer or anything. But it's probably going to be good, because I do like James Wan as a director. He has interesting movies that I've seen, that we've seen. That's what I feel. What do you think is going to happen in Dead Silence?
I think you're on par with the probable doll scenario.
Probably. There's one on the cover, so I would be
Well,
kind of disappointed if there wasn't one.
Symbol like it is in Saw, where the doll doesn't do anything; it's just there.
Oh, like a little jigsaw.
Yeah, but
Well, who knows?
I guess we'll have to find out.
I guess we're going to find out. All right, so you ready for this one?
Yep. I also can tell you right off the bat, I die. I can't keep my mouth shut to save my life.
Well, we'll see what the concept is, all right?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Dead Silence. I like this old classic, like Universal opening right here.
Very War of the Worldsy.
In the 6th century BC, it was believed that the spirits of the dead would speak through the stomach region of the living, from the Latin ventre for belly and laqui to speak, hence the word ventriloquist.
Well, you're right. It's a ventriloquist dummy.
I'm liking this opening already. We're getting opening credits that set
He
a
loves
vibe and a
opening
theme and a
credits.
mood. Love it.
Very slappy-like.
Dead Silence. Make the perfect doll. By James Wan. I mean, it looks just like Slappy.
For the most part.
Guessing that's the doll.
Well, it doesn't even say where it's from.
Well, there's one way to find out.
She's cute.
She's gonna die. Paler than Slappy.
Well, who would send you a doll?
I have no idea.
His eyes look so real.
Lisa's hungry for Chinese.
I think my wife's gone crazy.
Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls. Something that...
That was definitely possessed.
Good boy.
Yes, you're thin. Ah.
Trying for a baby.
Jamie?
I see we're not waiting for the horror to start.
Dead Silence.
Dog! Apparently the dog would die too. Burn it. Burn it now.
But it's so cute. That's not good. He's not surviving.
He got her hose.
I'm here.
You just not that.
In bed. What's going on? This is not funny.
Suddenly reminded of the opening of Trick or Treat.
Interesting change of shot.
Yeah, the scene transitions through the eyes.
He's got no defensive wounds. Now, if somebody was trying to turn my face into a jack-o'-lantern, I'd be fighting back a little. Personally, I think only someone high as a kite would kill his wife and then pose her as a mannequin.
They think he did it.
Statistically, it is the husband or somebody you know. So they're only the first suspect.
Why would I need an alibi?
Don't talk to him without a lawyer.
My lawyer?
Yeah. I mean, the prosecution, they're gonna have your fingerprint.
Do you think I killed my wife?
No. No, I don't think you did.
I mean, if you want to talk suspicion, why don't you start by looking at the package that turned up on my doorstep? Yeah, a package containing a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah. So unless you could tell me how some puppet ties into your wife's murder, I don't see the relevance.
It's possessed with demonic properties?
And he'll believe that.
In the town where I'm from, some people believe that the dummy brings death to those around them.
I've never arrested a dummy for murder before, but I have arrested quite a few husbands.
You think it's the people that touch the dummy that it goes after?
Don't know. If so, then it should go after him, but I think he's going to be our protagonist of the film. Mary Shaw.
Looks like he's going to his hometown.
Interesting. They have cool tunes, but they have a very saturated red for his car. Make it stand out.
Same with the bow tie and the vest on the dummy.
Raven's Fair. A quiet place to live.
Isn't A Quiet Place another horror movie?
Yeah, it is.
Raven's Fair, though. What a lovely name. Sounds like somewhere the Addams family would be right at home. Home to Mama? Oh, we a little rich boy.
God, that red really stands out.
It's blood red. A little bit brighter than blood red, but it's blued red. Look at that door!
Big door.
It's beautiful.
Jamie!
Sister?
Oh, I'm Ella.
Oh.
I guess I'm your stepmother.
Well, alright. Okay.
Is he?
Trophy wife.
Yes. Please come in.
Beautiful house. Reminds me of the X Mansion.
My damn chair is stuck.
Here, Edward, let me help you.
Looks a lot like the dummy.
It does.
What happened to you?
Your father had a stroke 2 months ago.
I take it I wasn't the easiest person to get along with in the past.
No shit?
Change.
Do you remember when I was a kid, Mom used to read me a poem? Do you remember what it was? And if you see her in your dreams,
Be sure you never, ever scream.
well, you know it.
Jamie!
Jamie!
Mom used to be in that picture with us until he drove her to kill herself. So it's a good thing you're gonna outlive him, lady. And we know when to paint you out.
Beautiful funeral home.
I must say I was deeply saddened to hear the news. Once the police have released her body, then I'll pick her up.
I would be keeping that thing in its case if I suspected it of killing my wife. I'm just saying. Sign's gonna stop buzzing. Why are you sleeping with the window open? Why is that a thing in movies and horror movies? No one ever actually sleeps with a window open. Unless that's just me and I can't stand that shit.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
He didn't scream.
No, we didn't.
That's an interesting car. Can't tell if that's a hearse or not.
Oh, and of course a low lying fog.
Because you're letting one.
You always need a low lying fog in your horror movie.
That's not a hearse. It is a hearse, okay.
Have you seen it before?
Well, he's gonna die.
Marion, is that you? Now come out of there and go to bed. Marion, I'm not gonna ask you again. Let's go. Go on up, I'll be up later.
I like Ella's veil. Of course, we have to walk through a creepy woods to get out of the cemetery.
But that's fun.
Oh, he's gonna go talk to the guy's wife.
Marion.
Crazy guy's wife.
Did you see her? Did you? And if you see her in your dream,
Marion!
she's here.
She doesn't know what she's saying. Come, I'm gonna take her.
We must bury the doll.
Bury the doll.
I'd burn it, personally.
Then bury it.
Mary Shaw's grave. Fancy headstone.
Billy. Oh, it's not Slappy. It's Billy.
Well, there's a car accident impending. There's the eyes are looking.
Drive it in the trunk.
He was smart. Watch the road!
Someone may ram you off and keep you in their bunker.
As their pet.
To the cemetery.
Well, you just need to be told twice to bury the doll. He wants to get rid of whatever the fuck that thing is. All of her dolls. I will bet you that is all of her dolls.
Kevin. Gregory. Where's Billy? Did you bring a shovel?
You did?
There we go.
No, he didn't. That was just a stick.
Who took you up?
Silence. Well, he reburied him. Something still following. Well, he got out. Got to put some chains around that little coffin.
Burn it.
Thought I asked you not to leave the city. She's not the only one that you came to bury.
So you've been following me now.
Why did you bury me, Jamie?
I think he'll kill anyone who uses him as a dummy.
No crime. A crime that
No, I really think it's just you have to scream.
You understand what I'm saying here?
I think he goes after anyone that touches him.
What came from that cemetery? I was just putting it back.
In the cemetery.
Story goes, if you ever see her, make sure you never scream.
Or what? You end up without a tongue.
No, whoever sent this to me either knows who killed my wife or did it themselves.
Taking our little friend here with me.
He's dying
See
next.
Nazi's evidence.
He's in the room next door. Which means he's gonna get blamed for that too.
Sleep tight.
And now his fingerprints are gonna be on the door.
Friend of yours? You said Mary Shaw killed my wife. Why would you say that? Marion, please!
Yes, I know. I didn't say anything.
You're not supposed to have that. Where did you get that?
Maybe you can tell me.
It's hers.
Who? Mary Shaw?
So who sent it to him?
Back when I was a boy, those were the glory days of Raven's Fair. The Guignol Theater, out on Lost Lake.
Nice theater.
I only ever went there once.
Witness Mary Shaw give life to the boy made of wood.
Pinocchio.
Where
Absolutely. Billy!
You won't find me, Mother!
Could you check under your seat for me?
He's here!
Would you mind bringing him to me? Say thank you.
Thank you, Henry. I'm sorry, Mother. I can't help
I can see your lips moving.
You're being rude.
Who said
I did. I can see it.
he thinks you're a dummy and that I'm doing your voice for you?
There's no way you'd give me all the good lines. I'm as real as you are,
Leave
and
him
I'll show
alone,
him.
Billy.
I'll show him what it's
Listen
like,
to me.
Mother.
That's enough.
Bring him up here.
I think that might have been a real argument there.
Now, who's the dummy?
She's got a great look to her. Very witchy.
Gone, without a trace.
Reminds me of the evil auntie
But I
from...
always
Oh yeah, double two on trouble.
Yes, read my mind.
And not long after that, she was murdered. Mary stated that her dummies were to be buried with her, her children, as she called them. All 101 of them. Not only did she ask to be buried with her dolls, she asked to become a doll.
Why would you go look at that? You know it's nightmare fuel.
It's curious.
Be curious during the day. The nighttime is not the time to be curious. Not when you're a child. It's gonna tip over onto him. It's gonna tip over onto him.
So that was the face he recognized. He didn't scream.
Henry, are you alright?
They were found without their tongues, posed in family portraits.
Who would have dug up the dummy and sent it to me?
I don't know.
Maybe it was his stepmother.
No one
Maybe she's an evil stepmother.
Mary Shaw's name,
Or a relation.
let alone go near her grave.
She does look like she could be related to her in facial structure.
If you go looking for answers, you just might find them.
That's a cool transition.
What do you think you're doing with that award?
Just gonna go check in on the kids.
Well, obviously somebody's been there. Or that boat wouldn't be there. What a shame. Look at that.
Does look nice.
Theater over a lake. Oh, it's like the Hogwarts of theaters.
Got the two guardians on the side too.
Why that ever went out of style, I will never know. But I think it was done. I would not be trusting that catwalk.
What do you hope to find up there?
A phantom?
Keep your hand at the level of your eyes.
I don't think that's gonna help him. He needs to keep his feet at the level of the ground. He also should have brought a flashlight. She made the doll. You don't find many lady wood carvers.
Makes sense that she'd be the maker. They're her children. Michael Ash. Is he related?
I didn't say anything. I didn't. Say something. Why have you gone so quiet?
I'm putting you back where you belong.
Talk to me. He talked
Stop
to
it!
me.
He's dying next.
So far, we only had one death.
He's dying next. He talked. So always starts with the side eye.
Marion?
That's not Marion. She was just in the other
Marion,
room.
I'm sorry I yelled at you.
She was just in the other room, my dude.
Anymore. This will all be over soon.
Waiting for something to jump out.
Yes.
Marion, open the door.
Hello, Henry.
You scream.
I told you it was there next.
Your voice is mine now.
That's how he was able to call out to him in his wife's voice earlier, because when they killed her, it took her voice.
I came to talk about Mary Shaw. What does Michael Ashen and our family have to do with Mary Shaw?
Your great uncle, Michael Ashen, vanished without a trace. There was only ever one suspect, Mary Shaw. They forced her to scream, then cut out her tongue, but she didn't stay dead.
No, duh, you
She
murdered her.
came back and took her revenge. Each of the men involved were killed, and then their children, and their children's children. Lisa's death made me realize we can't run from our fate. She'll come for us in the end.
Stop this. Please, son.
Who sent him the doll?
Looking for a male. Brown hair. He's around this tall. Sometimes seen with the hand up his ass. Brothers and sisters have just gone missing too. Somebody dug him up. All 100 of them.
What do you want me to tell you?
Something less perplexing than a ghost story.
Henry, I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
I can prove it.
It's not Henry.
At the theater. Meet me at the theater.
Knew
It's on
we-
North Place.
Knew we'd be coming back to the theater. That catwalk's gonna go. Someone's gonna be on it and it's gonna go.
Definitely check out his catwalk.
That was Henry Walker from the funeral home. He says he can prove I didn't kill my wife.
Your appointment with me comes first.
You wanted answers. I'm giving you answers.
Camp's over. Don't even coffee for you.
Jamie! Hey, you don't want to make me chase you. I don't have a full tank of gas.
Whose fault is that? Yours. You knew he's trying to prove his wife's murder. You know he'll do anything to do it. Why would you not think he would run? She didn't kill the little boy. Billy killed the little boy. Why do you need a gun? He doesn't have one.
I thinks he's dangerous. Oh.
He hasn't hurt him yet.
Henry!
A second boat.
I'm coming, Jamie. Oh.
Good, he could use some backup.
Oh.
Do you not know how to row a boat?
Think he's gonna go down the catwalk?
Maybe.
I mean, he's clearly gonna die here.
Maybe not. It'd be a plot twist if he didn't, to prove his innocence. If he dies here, there's no way to prove that he didn't kill him. I have a sneaking suspicion that his innocence has to get proved tonight.
Guess we'll find out.
I still think it was wrong for them to go after a little old lady.
Ah, the vengeful mob. Quite the trope.
He is not here.
Yes, he is.
You said I told you so. I'll shoot you.
That's fair. He's gonna fuck with my head tonight.
So you're saying we should get a dummy just like Billy?
I'm sorry, did you say you wanted a fire starter? I've got better ways. I got a tabletop fireplace right over there.
Yes, we'll get a Billy, a Slappy, a Chucky, a Tiffany, all the fun dolls.
So you want a bonfire? They don't burn well, so you know. Most of those are made of plastic.
I'm not burning them. Gonna put them right up so they can look at us as we sleep.
Whatever happens, don't scream.
What a clever way to disguise a hallway.
Baby?
Oh, it's her doll making studio. What's this movie called again?
Dead Silence.
Is there more than one?
I don't know. I think there's only this one.
If I see one more of these,
How about all of them?
They were all buried, but now they're all back. So who put them back?
That is the big question, which, please, for the love of God, tell me you're going to answer. And please don't tell me it was the damn fucking person.
What person?
Mary. Mary Shaw.
Oh, Mary Shaw? Oh, the dead person? Oh, okay.
Someone brought them back here.
Billy's spot.
Yep.
All but one.
Number 57.
What the hell is that?
Is that Mary Shaw's corpse?
I mean...
Dug up everything else.
The child.
is that a doll?
Yeah, the one that went missing.
It's not a doll. It's a boy.
I mean, it was a boy.
Good job not screaming.
I think we just solved the 70-year-old missing persons case.
Who was that?
Long lost relative.
It's gone silent.
This is how it starts.
What's going on here, Jamie?
Blank, come on. There it is.
They don't blink, they give you the side eye.
Oh god, they're all gonna do it. But what are they looking at?
Let's find out.
Do you know what I never realized?
What?
How much worse suspense movies are when your abs hurt.
Tensing up.
Yep. I can't tell if I'm working my abs out or if I'm just pissing them off. Oh, thank God, they're not all gonna turn slowly.
Well, at least the detective's coming around.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's like a little clown dummy.
I like it. When did this movie come out?
2007.
That was after Saw. Okay.
Yes, after Saw, before it. Oh.
This was the one that was on the cover, though. No,
That's Billy.
That's Billy.
This is
You're
Billy,
right.
yeah, Billy's there.
But that's very Jigsaw-like.
Mary Shaw.
Who's there?
Said who's there.
What?
What do you want?
To silence all those who silenced me. Hard to construct the perfect doll.
I love you, Mommy. I love you.
She was there. Yeah.
Why, Lisa?
Come closer, and I'll tell you.
Yes, come closer.
Don't go back there. Come on, don't go.
He's already to nope out of here.
Wouldn't you be?
Oh, I'm curious.
You are part cat. I'm convinced. He's not a dog, folks. Dogs would run, they'd growl, they'd protect. He'd go check it out.
Of course, right there, I'd call him out on its bullshit. I'm like, fuck you, Will. Tell me right now.
That's true.
She was pregnant. Now nobody scream.
Don't scream.
That's one way to do that.
So you have 101 bullets.
Fire.
What the hell's going on here, Jamie?
She's living in the doll.
What? She's living in the doll! Destroy the doll!
There's your fire.
Come on now.
He's a doll.
Should have burned that theater down from the get-go.
Too bad. It's a nice theater.
I know. Could have theater down.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go.
How's it going to kill them when it goes is the question.
But he was screaming as he was falling.
It's gonna be his fault now. I knew that razor was coming back somehow. Did he scream on his way down?
No, he covered his mouth. Might as well ball gag yourself right now. What's down there?
Just a mannequin.
Why is it all flooded?
Probably was a basement at one point. You know, decay set in and it's literally on a lake.
Not a bad shot. See it burning.
Hope you kept your car keys. Billy. You gotta go take care of Billy. He's very goosebumpsy. That's something I'm definitely gonna add to my Spooky Symphony playlist. Question is Marion dead?
We didn't see her die.
That doesn't mean she isn't.
Would she scream?
Henry!
He had it. She had his voice, man. Nope, Marion's alive.
Who took it?
Who took it?
My father is in a wheelchair.
Is he?
Never leaves the house.
He had the doll. It was him.
Did he really have a stroke? Usually stroke victims have one side of them that goes dead.
Not always. Sometimes, but not always. It's usually the left side.
Yeah. So he's just bullshitting his son? Is he the one that sent it
I
to
think
him?
there's something a little more sinister going on here, and I think it has to do with Ella.
Yeah, like, I was like earlier, like, bet you was the stepmother.
No. He looks like a puppet.
That is true. Was he the perfect boy?
I bet you he was.
Uh-oh. Noise is gone.
I still don't understand why people don't go into places like these and then turn on fucking lights.
Because it's a horror movie. Lights don't exist in horror movies.
Convenient fire. I see a dummy flying into that in the future. Potentially several. If Daddy Dearest is truly a dummy.
Why did you bury me, Jamie?
Into the fire.
I take it I wasn't the easiest person to get along with.
Jamie, I can prove you didn't kill her.
He's the last male heir. He dies, she gets the fortune. If it really is about money.
Burn house down.
She's the doll.
Who's the dummy?
Finally screamed.
Saying no really loudly isn't a scream. But I guess.
If you see her in your dreams, be sure you never, ever scream.
So close.
And credits.
Would you like a Reese's bell?
I'm fine.
I feel like I was just touched by a Dementor. I need a piece of chocolate.
Alright, so that was Dead Silence. What are our thoughts on this one?
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
A good one! That's our thoughts on this one. I actually really did enjoy this. This is a good...
You said this came out in 2007?
2007, yes, when I looked it up. So
Isn't that as similar to... Isn't that right around the time that House on Haunted Hill got remade?
no, that was 99. But this was a good, just straight up, like, scary story. That's what this felt like to me. Like, you know, we had, like, Goosebumps vibes, you know, with Slappy and Billy the dummy. But this one, I really like this. So, it kept you guessing a little bit, like, oh, he's gonna die. Oh, no, wait, they're gonna die. Then you're like, I don't trust this bitch. And I was right not to trust this bitch.
Never
That
trust a
bitch
stepmother.
was the perfect doll at the end. Well, a nice little twist ending. And apparently there's alternate openings and endings on this. We're going to check out after this. But just from the theatrical release, it had that ending where it's like, oh no, he finally got. And that's something that's classic in some ghost stories where they don't always end happy. Sometimes
Nope.
you just get
I mean,
kind of like...
sometimes gory slasher fest doesn't always end happy. Look at the 2001 Maniacs.
Yeah. And like,
They didn't survive.
like Candyman, like urban legends. This very much reminded me like an urban legend, like with a poem. Like if you can't scream, like you can't say Candyman or like a Bloody Mary too many times in a row.
Yeah.
That vibe.
Sorry, you mean an urban legend in the form of urban legend, not the movie.
Not the movie,
legend.
but in the
like,
yeah.
They lived in that one.
But like an urban legend, like an old
Yeah.
story where there's a ghost and you can't do a certain thing or the ghost will get you. It was all over this movie with the vibes. And
I don't think it's fair for hauntings and spirits to go after the descendants of those that hurt them if they actually already got those that caused them pain.
that's just being a really vengeful bitch.
What the fuck did those kids do to you?
I will curse you and your entire bloodline. That's what that is.
That's petty to a level that's unnecessary.
Well, she already did clearly, looks like, took the boy at the beginning. We saw the clip of her.
She did the thing they killed her for. She deserved it.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have gone through the justice system, but she deserved it.
Vigilante justice. Frontier justice.
Well, I mean, you could have tried, actual...
How are they to know she has special abilities to come after you after she's dead? Nobody knows that.
I only approve of vigilante justice if the law hath failed. And the law better hath failed in the eyes, like, unequivocally. And there better have been a child involved. Or
Like
a rape
Freddy
victim.
Krueger, when it comes to that.
Or
Getting
a
off
rape
on a
victim.
technicality.
Yeah. And you better have unequivocal proof of it. Because otherwise, I don't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a fan of lynch mobs. Too often people get it wrong.
This is
And
true.
that's how you get the vengeful spirit, or they go off on their own sense of bigoted religiousness, like in Candyman, where, oh my god, a mixed race couple? Whoa. Gotta kill them.
Can't have that.
Infuriating.
Yeah.
Understandable of why he became a vengeful spirit. Yeah, I just... this movie... It's set up really well. It gives me the vibe of House on Haunted Hill. Like, I get the same feel from it. Especially with the opening credits.
Oh, yeah, some nice creepy opening credits, which is always nice to see. And just that general eeriness in the haunted place that you go to. Like, it's great sets in this movie. The cemetery, the theater, fantastic.
Oh, that theater, when it was in its heyday, was beautiful. Over the lake, and you had that whole front area that just looked very Hogwartsy and very stunning. It's a damn shame it fell into disrepair. But this is also why I say people need to be cremated, not buried. The thing is, though, if there's a possibility of a violent crime or potential murder, or if the body is involved in a case at all, a crime at all, you don't want to bury it because then forensic people later on, or you don't want to cremate it because then forensic people later on could find things that would prove someone innocent or not. But those people
Possible.
often die violently, so those are the ones you really should. It's a very twisted, sordid affair. Cremation is the way to go. That's all I got on that front.
I also like the use of the Universal classic opening.
Oh my god, yeah.
That they used.
It gave it just such a complete feel.
Like you're watching a classic old ghost story, and the way they had the color grade on this, where it was kind of a little desaturated, but with a lot of cool colors, gives it a little bit of that black and white vibe of like an old black and white movie. Aside from the red car, just straight up pops right at you. So very deliberate choices there when it came to the color
And it's
in this
more
film
of
to give you
a-
that just feeling and the vibes.
And it took the warmth out of the red too, and it made it a
Mhm.
very cool red. Very much like I hesitate. I said blood red earlier. Blood is not the right color of it, but it's definitely more like that bright lipstick red. That's what it is. It's a lipstick red.
Clearly noticeable. It just pops out right at you.
Bright in your face. You can see the blue tones in it, and it just... every red bit in there stuck out. You know?
Mm-hmm. And I like the twist with the dad, because when we first see him, it's like, he looks like a doll.
Because he was.
Because he was a fucking doll.
I want to know how she kept him preserved so that he didn't stink.
A little bit of spray. That's plot. Don't let that get in the way of the story.
Don't tap my bruise.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's plot. Don't let that get in the way of the story, okay?
I always do. Baby, you're okay.
Yes, it's okay, Raven. It's okay.
See, now here's the thing. I personally, showing up at my dad's house, whether he was alive or not, knowing that doll was inside and that he was behind it, I'd have burned the house down. Solved the entire problem. Burned the whole fucking house down.
Burning does solve quite a few things.
Especially when it's in malevolent spirit. Burn the body.
Cut off the head.
Burn it all. You don't have to cut off the head. Just burn it.
Well, it's a good start.
Fire is cleansing. Fire good.
Fire good. Fire pretty.
Buffy also good.
But it had not just one doll, but it had 100 dolls.
Excuse you. It had 100 and... She had 101. But then you had the little boy, and then you had the perfect doll, and then you had Daddy, which technically takes the total up to 103, I think. Although
you
I
had
don't
some
know
new
if
dolls.
the clown counted it in one of the 100.
That clown just freaked you the fuck out as soon as
I
you
don't
saw it.
like... It was very Jigsaw-like, and I wasn't sure what it was gonna do. Like, is this clown gonna do something else? And it did. It had a giant tongue come out of it. I was expecting that tongue to be a little bit more vicious, but this came to be a...
Big CGI tongue.
And kinkier than Freddy Krueger's almost. Is this... I like that it lets you expect when the jump scares were. Like, it didn't make you wonder when they were coming. It was, no, they're getting to this point. Something is going to happen. I did like how she hid her doll workshop, though. With that trick of the eye on the wallpaper.
Hmm?
That was clever.
Very labyrinth.
They never would have thought to look there if they searched her house.
Apparently they never found the boy, so yeah, they weren't able to ever find it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was rude of her to take a child. He's just a kid.
You little shit.
Might be, but children are redeemable.
Are you saying that Mary, who went after people, was not a good person? She had a great, very witch vibe look to her.
She so did.
But she was clearly an evil being.
Was it Goosebumps that had the old lady in the wheelchair and the spider coming out of her face? In the opening credits.
I don't remember this.
There was the opening credits of something. It might have been Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Could be.
That had... She was sitting in moonlight in an attic. And you just see something dark crawling out of her face. I can't remember if it was out of her nose or her mouth. But it reminded me of that, and it reminded me of the evil auntie from Double Double Toil and Trouble.
Aunt Agatha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one was the good one. I don't remember the good one's name.
They were played by Cloris Leachman, same
Yeah.
actress. But yeah, that just look with the hair and the black.
Definitely not somebody you would want to fuck with. But at the same time, probably shouldn't have gone after a child because he was a child. Probably a spoiled little rich boy, but...
Shouldn't have talked back out during her show.
Parents should have corrected the child. I would have gone after the parents, not the child. For not teaching your kid better. That's their job.
Nope. Child sinned against her. He's done at that point.
She also reminded me of somebody else, though.
Also, it made you think, was Billy actually his own entity, or was it always Mary?
It's tough. Mary was definitely a strong enough witch, and she obviously... I mean, she could have made it a form of voodoo to put something into her dolls.
Damballa, give me the power, I beg of you. I'm just thinking of Chucky.
Kind of. I'm thinking a little more like Slappy, where he was almost possessed with his own spirit.
Yeah, Slappy was like his own thing.
Right.
His own person.
But
Whereas
like if she had called a
yeah.
demon to possess her doll, who called her mother and, you know, got attached to her or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that working, because that's kind of what happens with Slappy. He has his own malevolent spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And someone had to teach her how to make the dolls and set the curse.
It's true. This is a good movie that features the classic dummy villain.
And you don't see those in movies very often. My best experience with that was Goosebumps, and I think we brought that up in a previous video, which makes me think that's why Chaos asked for it.
Yeah, I mean, Goosebumps is like the classic, at least for our generation, interpretation of the dummy villain. Because he's like the main villain in Goosebumps for the most part. He was featured heavily in the movies. He was the most memorable, one of the most memorable characters in the TV show.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the ones I remember the most, because it was the bride of Slappy.
Mm-hmm.
That I remember, because I thought it was Chucky. As it was a long time ago when I saw it, and then I finally saw what Tiffany looked like, and I'm like, oh, it was not Chucky.
It's it.
Yeah. And I thought he was dressed better than that, so I was, yeah. But, that was definitely the ventriloquist dummy of our generation. And then this coming out when I was in high school. I never heard about it. But I bet you this is where my best friend from high school's doll fascination came from. Because she loved the shattered doll. I don't think she ever saw, The Devil's Carnival, the sequel.
Oh, the painted doll.
Painted doll.
The painted doll. Yeah, with Emily Autumn.
I don't know that she ever saw that to have that as a reference, but if not, it would have been that. But if she had seen this, she would have loved this. Corey was the one who could always handle the horror films in high school. She used to laugh through Saw. And she'd make it funny. And that was how a bunch of my friends, that's the only way they could watch horror movies, was if they watched them with her. And I think she would have liked this. I mean, she might still. I don't know what she's into these days as much, movie-wise. When we catch up, it's a lot of life catching up, not movies. But yeah, no, this was unique. I like that about it. I like the small town he went to. I like the old theater. I like the old fucking Xavier mansion. Cool as shit.
Yeah, very cool film.
If I ever built a mansion, it would resemble that.
Yeah, this did its own thing. It had a clear vision as to what they wanted it to be, and they really pulled it off. Just with the whole aesthetic that they were going for. And they kept it simple in its story. That made you still guess a little bit, and then it had that wonderful little ending where, oh, it's a twist, and then the classic, ah, good guys get got, because it's got a bit of that urban legend myth story to it, where it's always not really a happy ending. So, I really like this one. Were there
It's
any
definitely gonna give me nightmares.
fun?
But it was good. It was a unique story, and it's not something you see very often. I really feel like you could totally have a sequel.
Yeah, Marion was still alive.
Mm-hmm.
As crazy as she was still alive there at the end. Everybody else got, so could have something more happen to her. Only interesting where they would go with the story, though, because she was just going after the heirs, the people who killed her, and at that point, he was the last one, technically.
Was he, though? Could there have been another relative in another family?
We don't know. They can make some bullshit up if they really wanted a sequel, but based on what we know of the story they presented, she finally got the last one with him at the end.
Damn shame that the wife was fucking pregnant, man.
That's the reason I believe that went after her in the first point, because there was the male heir there.
An heir at all.
Mm-hmm.
The last Ashen. She didn't say the last male Ashen.
But, yeah.
And she obviously was not far enough along in that pregnancy.
it was like just
to show. So the likelihood
Yeah.
is the gender had not been even built yet.
or known. So, but it knew, so gotta die. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it somehow knew she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Coco magic voodoo. Pregnancy
Yeah,
test.
this was an unrated version. Very nice.
But also, you know, Ella looks a lot like Mary Shaw. Her facial features look a lot like her.
Yeah.
The same mark, the way this part of her face is shaped, the same cheekbones.
It's probably what she looked like when she was young. Exactly. Make the perfect doll. Why not make it in your own image?
And then, you know, you can use it to do your bidding.
Mhm.
Like you had your own daughter.
Yep. So maybe we'll get more story later. Who knows?
Because Ella's still alive.
I don't know if there's a sequel to this. It was made in 2007, so it's been a while, but I liked it, so I'd be open to a sequel.
Creepy as shit, man.
Do you have any final thoughts on Dead Silence?
Fucking creepy as shit, man, and I'm definitely having nightmares tonight.
Excellent.
Um,
An effective horror
but
movie.
also a unique story, and I really appreciate that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have.
I still will never buy a ventriloquist.
Would have liked to have seen this in theaters.
Because I'm convinced they're all
If
possessed.
it was out in theaters and not just straight to video.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been a good
This
theater
would
to
have been
watch.
good theater to watch, yeah. Especially like in an old school style movie theater.
Yeah, once all the noise goes down and it's all still dark in the theater, I'm like, oh, that'd be great. So yeah. Yeah, so that was Dead Silence, the James Wan directed film, and I'm really liking more and more of his stuff the more I see. So, this was a Patreon pick by Chaos. Thank you for this pick. Really liked it.
My thanks is mixed. I appreciate the good story. I don't appreciate the nightmare fuel you just gave me.
It's okay. You loved it. And if you want to support our channel, you can subscribe on the Patreon.
Your definition of love, sweetheart. Oh. However, if you're broke like us, you can also just follow us on YouTube, and if you subscribe to our channel, you'll get notifications when you get new videos, especially if you're like me and you forget what day of the week it is. YouTube will tell you.
It will, yes. And do let us know in the comments what you think about this movie and what your opinions or thoughts are. Any trivia you may have, I'd love to see that.
Oh, especially fucking trivia on this shit. Yes,
I would
please.
love to know more, if there is anything more to know. So, let us know what you think, and if you subscribe, you'll see our next video whenever that comes out, usually Tuesdays, sometimes Fridays. So, yeah, we hope you enjoyed this reaction and review of Dead Silence, and we hope to have you for the next one. So, until then,
Stay spooky and remember fire is cleansing.
bye.
Fire good. Fire good.
Hiya!